Can't really see that now. Oh, it's all clear to me now. The rhythm guitar in the intro has a dotted eighth note delay with about 4 or so repeats, and it starts on a D minor 7 chord, then A minor 7, and then G major, and then D minor 7 again, and then A minor 7. It's just those 3 bar chords, D minor 7, A minor 7, and G major. If you don't know how to play them, look them up on Google. They're everywhere. So, again, D minor 7, A minor 7, G major, D minor 7, A minor 7. And then Mike Rempel comes in with the main lead riff of the song that everyone recognizes. I'm going to take this main riff in small sections so you don't get lost. It's kind of weird jumps for your finger. It starts on the 15th fret of the high E, 12th fret of the B, 13 of the high E, and 14 of the G. The fingers you use here are very important. So, start with your pinky on the 15th of the high E. Use your pointer to grab the B, the 12th fret B, and then middle finger for the 13 on the high E, and then ring finger for the 14 of the G. Get good at that before you move on. Start slow, because there's string skipping involved, and you use all of your fingers for that first part. So again, next it goes the 12th fret of the D string, 15th fret of the D string, so pointer, pinky, and then your middle finger grabs the 13 of the B string again. So again, don't go forward until you could do the whole progression. It's a real circus game with your fingers on this riff. It's a lot of fun. Once you get it, it'll feel really good. But take your time with this. Take it slowly. Once you could do that, then you're ready to move on. Alright, so then we go down to the 14th of the D. Then play the 15th of the A with the pinky. Then 12th of A with the pointer finger. And then 12 of the low E, 13 E, and then 12 of the A. Sometimes I hear him end on the 15th fret of the A instead of ending on the 12th fret of the A. So sometimes he does that instead of the... Alright, so again with this riff, take it slowly at first. If you speed up too quickly and are playing it improperly, you'll just get used to bad habits. And that's no good. We don't want that. Nuh-uh. So, slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. How them fingers feeling? It does get a little bit harder, so stay with me here. The next part starts on the 12th fret of the B string, and then the 11th fret of the G string, and 12th fret of the D string, 14th fret of the A string. That is a B minor chord. So get good at doing that before you move on, just like earlier. So 12 B, pointer finger with the 11 on the G, middle finger on the 12 of the D, and then pinky on the 14 of the A. And then it goes back up that same chord shape. So down, up, down, up. And then it grabs the 14 on the high E with the pinky, 12 of the B with the middle finger, and then 11 with the pointer finger on the G. And then 13 of the high E with the ring again, and then use your ring finger to grab the 12 of the B, and then pointer finger at the 10 of the G. So this kind of walks down a little bit. And then 12 of the high E, and then to end it, it is 9 on the G. Again, start this slow, get used to it at slow tempos, then speed it up. Here's what it sounds like a little bit slower. Real spider work with your finger here. My fingers look like they're tarantulas just crawling around a cage or something. So after that lick happens the first time, he goes back to the first riff, the main riff of the song, then goes back to the spidery lick there, again, goes back to the main riff, and then does the main riff, except he goes up a minor third. So on the guitar, that is 3 frets. So if the main riff is here, now you walk that up 3 frets and do the same exact riff, just starting, instead of starting at the 15th, you're now starting at the 18th fret of the high E. So this is why I said do it slowly first, get your fingers used to the movements, because if you get good at that, all you literally do is move it up and do the same exact thing. Again, slow, slow, slow. The next riff that changes it up slightly is like an in-between riff, and it's after the main riff, I believe, and it goes... And that is 15 on the B, 14 on the B, and then 14 on the G. So the dotted eighth note is pretty important here, because without it, it just sounds like... But with it, it does... And that is 12 high E, 14 high E, 15 B, 14 B, and then back to 15 B. Alright, the final "It's All Clear to Me Now" riff, it's when it finally all comes around and they start really shredding, is really similar to the intro riff, except now he kicks on a drive and starts ripping a little bit harder. So it starts off exactly the same way as the first main riff. And then 12, 15 of the D, and then 13 of the B. And then 15, 12 of the D, so reverse it. Instead of doing 12, 15, and you go 15, 12. And then 13, 12, B, 14, G. And then 14, 15, 14 on the D. And then 15 of A, 12 of the D, so 15, 12, 15. And then 12 of G, plays that twice, and then ends on the 14 of G. This whole riff a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he just starts ripping. Oh, it's all clear to me now. I finally get it. All right, so if you've made it this far, I want to share a little bit of a story with you. A couple years back, Lotus was doing a New Year's run, which is around the time of my birthday in December. And I was working as a valet at the time at a hotel. And believe it or not, in between the shows, they played a 3-night run. Lotus played a 3-night run at the E Factory. And I am going into work after, I think, the first night or the second night. And I'm all haggard because I was out all night. And now I'm working. And I'm in my car before I work. And I see Mike Rempel walking down the street. And I'm like, yeah, that's Mike Rempel, just like walking down a back alley, like behind the hotel. So I got in my car, run out to him, like, yo, Mikey boy, great show last night. Yo, it's my birthday. I'm going to the show tonight. Do you think I could possibly get an It's All Clear to Me Now? And he was laughing. He's like, really? That's up to Jesse to decide. He's the one who, decides that type of stuff. And so I was like, he's not going to do it, obviously not. But later that night, I'm at the show. I'm up in the back end near the bar in the Electric Factory. I'm looking over. I'm basically behind the stage. They encore with It's All Clear to Me Now. And I remember Mike Rempel kind of looking up and seeing me get down really hard. And he kind of gave me like this little like smile and nod. It was like honestly one of the most enlightening, amazing moments in my life, because it was pretty much one of the first requests I ever got, and it's basically my favorite Lotus song. So that was a moment and a half. That's when the fog was removed from the glasses, and I like saw how amazing this band really is. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want more content like this. I am open to recommendations and am willing to learn songs that I do not know to try to help you learn them. Thanks, everyone.